Hey, fifth graders. Welcome to lesson 5 of personal narratives. So today I want you to work towards editing your writing. So I guess the first thing I do when I'm editing my writing is obviously I'm going to use some of those tools that the computer provides, like the spell check. Make sure you're not ignoring those underlines and those tools. If you're struggling to find those, make sure you ask your teacher, but go to the tools section and make sure you're paying attention to that because that you don't want anything to be a barrier between you and your reader from them understanding what you're saying. So the other thing that I want to suggest, and one thing that I literally almost do anytime I write anything, whether that's an email, a Facebook post, a text, a story, I read a lot of what I do out loud. Why do I do that? Because when I read out loud, I hear those obvious mistakes. So oftentimes when we're writing, and particularly kind of when we're in a groove, I find like when I'm really writing fast, I skip over words completely. I forget words. I forget periods. I've seen students write a whole page with not one single period. So what I want you to do today as you continue your journey into personal narrative is I want you to take your best writing, the one that you're most proud of, and I want you to read it aloud. And I'd preferably choose someone. So if you have someone at home that you can read it to, say, hey, can you give me 5 minutes? Mrs. Linsky told me to read out loud my writing, and I want you to hear it from me. I want you to actually read it out loud to them. Don't have them read it. Have you read it out loud to them so you can hear your own mistakes. And as you're reading, you're going to hear things like, oops, I missed a word there. I meant to say this. Stop and do that, okay? So make sure you're using that as a teachable moment. If you find that you don't really have someone at home that really can give you that attention to read to, maybe your parents on a work call all day, read to your pet. Who cares? Read your stuffed animal. It doesn't matter. It's the act of reading out loud. I'm not always reading to someone else. I mean, come on, I'm not reading my text out loud to people, but I am kind of silently reading it out loud to myself, maybe just whispering under my breath to make sure that it sounds okay. Because I don't want it to come across that like I don't know what I'm doing or I don't want the message to be misread. So today we're starting the editing process, and I want to make sure that you're really taking your time and doing your personal best. And then when you're done with that editing process, feel free to just continue working through some of those personal narrative essays that you're starting to work towards. We've got a lot of ideas out there. The more narrative essays that you have completed, and that are at length, that you're writing all those details, that you're telling from the inside, the more of those that you have done, the better your choices will be when we choose to publish those. And I'm going to give you a little hint. We will be doing that soon. So make sure that you are really taking that time to work towards having something that's really a great story. All right, until next time, bye.